Today I am going to explain the drama and thriller movie Nowhere, released in the year 2023. The movie is about a pregnant woman who is trapped in a container in the middle of the ocean, where she gives birth to a new life. She only has few days left before she runs out of food and water. Watch the recap to find out what happens next, and don't forget to subscribe to get notified about our next thriller recap. The movie begins with a news broadcast on the radio, explaining how Spain has applied European measures to tackle the shortage of basic resources. Further news stops when a man named Gil turns off the radio and gets out of the car. He pulls some of the frightened and confused people out of the car. Maya and Nico are among them, whom Gil takes with him. Gil brings them both to a container, protecting them from helicopter spotlights and police dogs. Due to the persecution of women and children in the country, many people are becoming illegal nomads, including these people. Maya and Nico sell everything they own, but the money they raise runs low, so they both give away their wedding rings and set off on their journey. Along with some strangers, they are also loaded onto the container. Nico asks pregnant Mia how their baby is doing. Mia tells him that she hasn't felt any movement from the baby for the past 2 days. Nico gets worried but doesn't show it to Mia and comforts her. He then gives Mia a chocolate bar, and Mia wonders where he got it from. Nico says nothing and replies that when they reach their destination, they will celebrate their happiness by eating the chocolate. Mia gets depressed, remembering her daughter Yuma, who has become the target of the new law in the country. The next morning, Mia looks out the hole in the container, and the city is showing a scene of civil war. People are fighting for their basic needs. After some time, many people forced their way into the container. Due to this, all the refugees are reduced and shifted to another container, and Nico is also forcibly shifted to another one. They both communicate on mobile. Nico instructs Mia to take care of herself and not trust anyone. The container is on its way to port when it is stopped at a checkpoint along the way. An officer searches the container and discovers that it contains refugees. Mia hides herself by climbing the wooden trunk in the container. All the others are killed by the soldiers, including a newborn baby and a toddler. Thus, Mia is left alone in this container. She tries to contact Nico, but his number is unreachable. That's why she messages him and tells him that she has reached the port. Her container is loaded onto the ship along with the rest of the containers, and the ship goes out to sea. During the night, the ship encounters a dangerous storm. Mia screams for help, but before anyone can come to her aid, her container falls into the sea. During this, she gets a severe head injury and becomes unconscious. When Mia regains consciousness, she sees that there is water in the container. When she looks out through the bullet holes in the containers, she panics because she is in the ocean and all around is just water. She panics and then searches for her mobile, which she finds broken. She then checks a refugee's bag, which contains some food and a mobile phone. Mia enters the wrong pin multiple times, and the mobile phone is blocked. She then tries to feel her baby move, but nothing happens. Then she starts checking out the stuff there. One trunk is filled with plastic containers, one with hoodies that she puts on because her clothes are wet. On checking the next trunk, she finds nothing useful as it has LCDs. Another trunk holds many hand-frees. A trunk is also filled with alcohol. Nothing seems to help Mia at all. She also finds a small knife tool in the water, which she takes with her. There is only a hanging trunk left. She tries to open it as well, but fails. She also notes that water is constantly coming in from the hole in the container, which is not a good thing at all. Then she takes a bag and starts collecting the fallen things. Mia finds her diary floating on the water, which saddens her as it contains some of her most memorable photos. She is trying to tape up the holes when she hears some people screaming. When she looks out, a container is sinking into the water. She panics when she sees this because she thinks Nico is in the same container. She is unable to help them and the container sinks. Mia quickly pulls out the SATM card from her cell phone, puts it in another cell phone, and tries to contact Nico, but his number is still unreachable. Mia becomes convinced that Nico has drowned in the container. She cries a lot and then tries to kill herself. But then suddenly, she feels the movement of the child. Knowing that her baby is fine, she tries to save her life. She falls asleep and dreams that the water has risen further and the hanging trunk falls, scattering the duck toys in it. The container begins to fill with water rapidly, and Mia begins to drown. She wakes up from her sleep. The water has risen more. She manages to open the last trunk, but is disappointed to find that it also fills with boxes. Mia cuts the rubber of the lid of those plastic boxes to seal the holes, trying to stop the water. Then she puts a pipe out of a hole and draws water little by little from the container. She taps the tape on the wall to keep track of the days and mentions the second day on it. She is constantly trying to ensure her survival. She tries to get help by calling the helpline, but is unable to connect due to a lack of signals. Mia hangs a string and hangs pictures of her family on it. Then she checks the collected materials that will be of further use to her. Meanwhile, she receives a call from Nico. Nico tells her that he couldn't contact her because his mobile battery was dead and the driver left them outside the city, so it will take him a few more days to reach her. But Mia tells him that she is in a container in the middle of the ocean, and she doesn't even know where she is. Hearing this, he tells Mia to take care of her and promises that he will get to her soon with help. As the call ends, Mia feels contractions but tells her unborn child to be patient and wait for daddy. She consumes the food and water she has in small amounts to keep her energy up and her food last longer. Mia's water breaks, and she is once again caught in a storm. She gave birth to her daughter in that storm. Mia's second cell phone also gets damaged after falling into the water, causing her to become very upset. The baby girl is also crying due to hunger because the mother's milk has not come yet. Mia starts drilling holes in the roof of the container with a driller. Her intention is to make a big hole through which she can get out, as the water in the container is rising rapidly. Mia is looking out over the ocean in the distance when she realizes that her milk has come. She is very happy and starts feeding her baby, due to which the baby also stops crying. Mia also eats some of the leftovers. Now she is worried about what she will eat next. The next day, she continues drilling into the container roof, but the drill breaks before the job is done. Mia once again changes the SATIM card in the mobile, but her mobile is not working, which makes her very angry and starts throwing things. Then she sees a tool knife. She tries to cut the sheet of the container with the help of this knife, but the knife also breaks. She is getting weak due to the lack of food. In order to regain her strength, she compulsively eats her placenta, which she keeps in a box. Then she hears a sound, and with that, a whale hits the container. Mia quickly picks up her baby and hits the wall of the container with a wooden stick, causing the whale to go away. The next day, Mia tries to open the sheet again, but still it is not completely open. She has also run out of drinking water. She is sitting in the same state of disbelief when she sees her dead daughter, Yuma, she calls her. Yuma asks her, can they go home? She asks her mother why she let those people take her. Mia says it's all her fault, and she's sorry. Mia asks Yuma to stop, but she leaves. Nico then approaches her and tells her that it's not her fault. Just then, water starts falling on Mia, and when she regains consciousness, she sees rainwater coming from the crack she cut in the roof. She quickly puts the boxes in, which start to collect water. She refreshes herself by drinking water. She finds her discarded food container floating nearby. As she opens it, an idea comes to her mind. She straps a rope in the roof crack and pulls it hard, causing it to open downward like a window and let the sun shine in on Mia. She gets overjoyed and snaps out of it. Then she takes her daughter out too. The next day, Mia throws her daughter's poopy cloth into the sea and notices that many small fish come around the cloth. Seeing this, Mia thinks of fishing. She makes a rope out of hands-free strings and tries to catch a fish with a hook on a rod, but fails to do so. Her stomach hurts from hunger, so she lies down and sees a plane in the sky. She rushes into the container to divert the ship's attention and breaks the LCD glass. She badly injured her leg as she returned to the container's roof. Maya uses a mirror to reflect on the ship, but to no avail. She fails and returns to the container. She pulls out a hook-type needle from the LCD board, attaches it to the copper wire of the hands-free, and stitches her open wound. She uses the alcohol in one of the trunks to disinfect her wound. Mia has a small life in this container. She makes a net out of hands-free and then catches fish as soon as the sun rises the next day, using the baby's feces as bait. Mia eats raw fish and her energy is restored. Her body and mind now function properly. She catches a lot of fish for herself and stores them in containers. She also writes letters of help in several boxes and throws them into the sea so that someone nearby may come to her aid. Mia attaches the bottle to the pipe and easily pours water out of the container. It has been almost 2 weeks since she was trapped here. One day she is showing her family pictures to her daughter, including a picture of a little girl whom she reveals is Yuma. These people were forced to lock themselves in the house. Only Nico goes out of the house and brings food. Yuma wanted to become a pilot because she was very fond of flying. She was reluctant to go out of the house. One day Mia took Yuma out with her, and then the soldiers took her away and killed her. The baby starts coughing. She is not feeling well. Mia puts a cloth in the flask, pours the alcohol into it, and sets it on fire so that the baby will be fine from the heat. At night, when she is sleeping, she hears some sound. She comes to the top of the container with the baby when she gets a call from Nico. He tells her that while hiding in a container from the soldiers, he was shot and badly injured. He has lost a lot of blood. He calls Mia to say goodbye because he won't be able to live. Mia is devastated and tells him that her daughter has been born and that she has named her Noah as per Nico's wish. Nico also makes her promise that she will do everything possible for her and Nova's lives. Mia says, "I love you" to him one last time, and the mobile battery dies. Days pass. Now they have been in this container for 26 days. The water in the container has risen further, so Mia now shifts with Noah on the roof of the container. Mia tries to make a small boat by joining plastic containers with wooden planks. She also makes a cradle for Noah out of plastic boxes. She is busy doing this when a seagull comes to eat Mia's fish. She is overjoyed to see the seagull and tells Noah that the seagull means they are now near the coast. At night, when Mia looks into the container, the water has risen too high, and some of her belongings are scattered in the water. Water rushes into the container and begins to sink. Mia goes to get her chocolate bar container when her foot gets caught in a rope. She cuts the rope and comes out of the container. The container sinks into the sea, and her daughter is lost. She is calling out to her daughter in the sea. A whale passes by. The whale passes by Noah's floating crab, and its whistle splashes water on Noah, and she starts crying. Mia swims in the direction of her cries and nurses her baby. The next morning, Mia is extremely tired and out of breath. She tells her daughter that she tried her best to save her. Then she throws some parts of the fish into the water. She tells her daughter that they will arrive at the coast soon. Suddenly, many seagulls start hovering around them. At a distance, there is a boat in which a woman sees many seagulls hovering around something and asks her father, who is busy playing with his grandson, to bring the boat that way. On reaching there, they see a wooden box floating. When they pick it up, Noah is in it, but no one is with her. They are very surprised that there is no one around this newborn. Suddenly, the woman notices the rope attached to the box. Mia's arm is attached to it as she pulls it. They also take her out of the water. The woman tries to give her CPR, but Mia remains unconscious. Hearing Noah's cries, the woman tries harder until Mia regains consciousness. The woman tells Mia when she recovers that both she and her baby are fine. The girl's father contacted the emergency helpline and told them that they had found a woman and a child in the sea. He tells them that both the baby and the mother are fine, and they will reach the coast in 20 minutes. Mia starts crying with joy to see herself and her daughter safe. She fulfills her promise to Nico, and the movie ends with that. Overall, Nowhere is a great movie to watch with an amazing storyline, so make sure to check it out. To watch our next thriller recap, don't forget to like and subscribe and let us know in the comment section about your next favorite movie that you would like us to recap. Stay thrilled.